All right. So, a couple of years have passed since I published a first video on YouTube where I promised that I would show my journey as a game developer, and there was no second video. I promised a whole journey and to record the journey. The journey happened, but the videos didn't happen. So I'm here to say sorry about that. And I will try to tell as much as I can on the things that have happened in this past, let's see, I think this was 8th of April of 2023. I just found the video. Let me just change screen. So this was the first video, making my first game to publish. The goal was to finally publish. As far as I remember, that was the goal. Like, I'm here to make a game, and here's a little bit about me. 30 years. Well, I'm 34 now, and yeah, Barcelona. All the things are still the same. But yeah, this was the goal, no? To finally publish. And guess what? We published. And what I mean I mean me and my co-founder, who actually built a game. So that's it. Let me just try and get... But before checking the game, sorry, I wanted to say thanks to all the people who commented here and who perhaps have had hopes that I will keep publishing. And yeah, again, sorry for that. But here it is. So I co-founded with one of my friends this company, Chateau Pixel, an independent game studio crafting handmade games with heart. And we made Dungeons, which we're gonna see now. Dungeons, it's chess mechanics. Imagine chess, but with spells, items, and all these things. They actually happen inside dungeons. So you can encounter things inside the dungeons. You can find, glowing stones and torches and teleporters and spikes and a bunch of things that we are constantly not every day working on it, or every week when we can't do it every day. We have our full-time jobs and we are doing this on our part-time, so we do what we can. But we're actually very happy with the progress of the game and what we have delivered to our players and our 12 positive reviews. Let me show you a little bit of how it looks. So this is Dungeons. As you can see, oh, sorry for the noise. This is just my air conditioner doing some very annoying noise every day. And as you can see, main menu, we have a couple of exciting things here. Play, Dungeon Editor, Replay options. Dungeon Editor is what it sounds it is. It's a place where we actually create dungeons, where we craft all these things. It's not yet enabled to players, but the idea is to enable this to players for people to actually play create their own dungeons and publish them and ask their friends to play them. So we're very excited about that as a future plan. Replay is like something we also want to play with, which is the idea that you can replay your matches so you can see what went wrong, what went good, and so on. On the play mode, we're building a couple of things. We have a campaign mode, which I'm probably going to be working today since I want to make progress on it. We have a quick learn section where you can learn how to, well, the chess mechanics, it's the classic ones. except the pawn, there is like a different thing with it. But you can also learn how to use the candies, for example, and how to use the crystals and how to steal the torches. All those things is like a tutorial kind of step, the quick learn. Puzzles, it's also something very fun to play. As you can see, I'm the champion on 2 puzzles, but I come second on other ones. Puzzles is what it sounds it is. No, it's you have dungeons that need to be solved, and the person who solves the dungeon, and by solving means eliminating the pieces of the enemy or other things that we might include in the future, but the person who actually solves this in the less amount of turns and kills gets like the champion thing, and everybody can see them in the menu. For example, my co-founder is here and he's the today's puzzle champion. Oh, sorry, you shouldn't have seen that yet. Let me just resign here, exit. We're gonna be working on that today, but for now, we also have local matches where you can play against the computer. You have different cute computer names, and each AI has actually a personality, so they can become very, very how to say it? They can be very clumsy. They can be very smart. They can be very, very pushy, very attacky, very defensive. And all of our maps for local matches are the ones here on the left, where you do see here a few of them that are just for development purposes, so players, they don't see them, like second seeing and stuff like that. And finally, we have online match, where you can actually create rooms and play with your friends. We have rooms for 5 versus like a death match, 4, 3, 2, 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2. You can team up with your players, with your friends, and yeah. Let's quickly try a local match. Let's try the age, and let's put a timer. So we need to play under 3 minutes, and we have incrementals of 1 second. If you don't know what this means, you can just ask me in the comments, and then I'm gonna explain. But this is basically just standards for time and incrementing the time. By the way, I hope the music of the game is alright. Yeah, I think it's fine. Same as the sound effects. So you can pan the game, you can zoom in, zoom out. You have very interesting dungeons happening on the background. This was fun to build. And on the UI, you have, your turn, how much time you have on your turn, the list of turns. This is me against the AI. If I select a piece, I'm gonna see a skill here. This is actually the spell that the piece have. Each piece has their unique spell. And then on the left, we have the inventory. This is, I'm gonna show you, for example, I can come here. Let's wait for the computer to play. And then I'm gonna steal this torch, which we can actually hide, or we can actually put it into our hands. So the yellow square is actually your hand. And if you have the torch on your backpack, let's say, I don't know, we don't have a name for it yet, but if you have it there, you're not gonna, the light is not gonna emit any light like the torch. If I put it in my hand, then this happens. Some very magical crystals that this is actually what the AI already did, which is showing this person the fog of war. Oh damn, the time is passing. This person the fog of war, and that's a skill from the knight. You already saw it. It can be very crazy. Same as the skill from the king, which I don't know if you heard, but it teleported, and let's block it. And I think we can do this. I'm very bad at playing chess, by the way, so please bear with me. I know. But if I do this, my rook is gonna have a lot of HP, which means that we can win. That was a quick show of the game. I hope you like it. Let's see. What else can I show you? Let's solve the puzzle. So let's try this one. It's called 3C. And as you can see, I have 12 attempts. I haven't solved this puzzle yet. And from the 71 attempts, only 4% have actually solved this puzzle. So it's quite a tricky one. But I want to show you the candies. So one of the first items we introduce in the game, consumable items, are the candies. The candies, you have different types. So the first one, the normal candy, which is a rare candy, however fun that sounds, it's used to basically promote any piece. So I can consume this candy with my queen. Sorry for the air-conditioned sound, but I can consume this candy with my queen, and I can become any other piece that is not a king. What else do we have? The peppermint candy. This one is the one that refreshes your spell. This spell from the queen, it's technically you cannot refresh this because the queen disappears and takes with herself all the pieces that are next to her that have less than 3 of HP. As you can see, it damaged 3 HP. And then we also have the strawberry candy. So this one, basically, it gives you 1 more HP of life. Every time you consume a candy, you lose your turn. And that's about it. Let's consume this one. Let's become a rook. Let's apply the fortress, which basically gives me a lot of HP. And here, I'm gonna lose. We can try it again so you can see me losing again. So we're gonna grab all the candies. I'm gonna consume the strawberry candy. I'm gonna transform into a rook. I'm gonna do that thing, which is gonna give me a lot of HP, and basically it's useless because now I'm gonna die again. So it doesn't matter how many times we play this puzzle, I'm gonna lose, okay? So one day I will be able to actually win this puzzle. But yeah, this is the aftermatch menu where you can actually watch the replay. This is not yet for players, as you can see the UI, it's not perfect, but basically you can see what happened on like each action that was taken, and you can if I click play, I think this is where I was deciding what to do, and it seems to be buggy. Oh no, there it is. And there I lose. Anyways, let's go to the menu, which crashed the game. Bugs happen. I'm gonna fix this. Perhaps not now, but very, very soon, because this is a feature that players don't yet have. So let's do what I wanted to do today. So we are working on the campaign mode. What happened? Let me put my on the camera. So we released this game, And on after releasing, we realized we learned a lot of things on the release, and we are very thankful of all the people who were essential in making us realize all the mistakes that we made. First of all, we made a multiplayer game that doesn't have a user base, and we didn't make a lot of noise. As you already saw, I didn't publish a video in 3 years, and we don't have players, no, like enough players to have rooms that are alive and are actually challenging each other and so on. So we've been introducing a couple of things. You can now we've been introducing a couple of things for players to play in a single player mode. So you can play local matches against the computer, and you can do the puzzles. And now we are working on the campaign mode. So the idea of the campaign mode, we're still working on it. Nothing is set on stone, but I can say it's very exciting. How we see the end result of this campaign mode. There are books involved. There are like your own kind of chambers, your own like house where you can read these books and jump into the story. Very, very nice elements that we're still designing, but it sounds very, very exciting. So I'm going to show you what I have now. Let me just open the game and switch to this mode. And so far, we know the story will start with a queen that has been betrayed. This can change, by the way. And a knight that seems to be in love with her. And that's only the first thing. Today I want to make some progress, and I want to be able to finish this scene and jump to like the first level, the first dungeon, where you need to complete some sort of mission that the queen has gave you. And that's everything that I want to do as a first step, because when you have a lot of uncertainty on what you can do, a lot of things on a video game, and sometimes you don't know in which direction you need to pull, and you can apply that sentence to anything and to any level of anything when you are building things, a game, an application, whatever, software. So the way that I like to tackle these things is to have something. No, it's like when you have like a blank page of something and of a book, and then sometimes the white page is just so difficult to scratch with a first draft. So what I like to do is to just scratch it, to make a first draft, to make the first thing that comes to my mind. This thing of the queen betraying and so on. I know my co-founder has a way better story behind all of these. He is the mastermind behind the story. I'm just scratching now the surface to have something there and to iterate. I follow this YouTuber, Randy. And Randy posted a while ago a video about pixel art, and he shared this concept of placing the asset and iterate. And damn, that thing unlocked a lot of things in me and in all the people that I also told the same phrase. Place the asset and iterate. So no matter if you're making pixel art or if you're making a story, or if you're making whatever you're making, just place the asset, take the action and iterate on it. Of course, using common sense, no? We can place the assets of the story in this thing because we already have a bunch of things there, and we already have a bunch of context of dungeons and pieces. So we are comfortable on placing this asset, this new campaign mode, this first level that might not see the light. And well, it's seeing it now in YouTube, but I think you know what I'm going. You know what I'm trying to communicate. Just scratch something on this blank page and work from there. Modify what needs to be modified, and then when you have a better idea of what needs to be built, then is when you can actually scratch everything, start from scratch, build everything again, not the whole game, just the story thing, or continue that thing. You don't know. So I'm gonna now pause the video, and then I'm gonna work a little bit on it, and see you in a while. I decided we're gonna make the first level together. So this is the map editor or dungeon editor, and it also has music, as you can hear, very cool music. And let's, so I know where, when the queen sends the knight and the three pawns, we want some sort of dungeon that has like walls like this. And you know what, maybe I'm gonna get rid of these walls and I'm gonna just leave the cliffs here. We're gonna make this wall like eternal to the back, and this one is gonna be like this. Let's remove this. We don't need that. And we know that we're gonna have the knight and the three pawns in the same formation that they had with the queen, but on the other direction, like horizontally. We're gonna use Fog of War. This is a property that we can toggle. We don't need this on the online list. And let's put like a torch here. And I'm sorry for that, let me come and set. And let's put another torch here. We can actually, I imagine that the knight will be fighting like a rook, and not another rook, so let me just delete it. It's gonna be fighting perhaps a rook and three more pawns. I don't want them there, I want them just a little bit to the back. And I'm sorry for all the bugs. We're gonna make this thing like belong to a different team. And let's add another torch just for the sake of symmetry. And what's gonna happen here, sorry, I don't want to do that. We want to open the dungeon a little bit. So let's go in this direction. We're gonna use the walls, extend it, and perhaps here is where we can actually start with the walls. And let's put one there and one there, and this wall is gonna be a bottom wall. I'm not convinced yet about this, but we'll see. For now we will put this, and let's put some spikes here just to make this very very frightening. And I'm not yet sure what needs to be, like, what's the goal of the map. Perhaps the knight needs to capture another knight that is just there. And this is like a very, very difficult quest that they have. We're gonna call this, let's call it second. Oh, what happened there? Second, because I'm not having... It's late in the evening here, and my brain is not as sharp as in the morning. But what can we do? I have a full-time job. And I think we can start with something like this. Perhaps let's build just a little bit of story. We're gonna have fog only behind the board. And let's create a cutscene. So we're gonna pan with the camera from this position, and we're gonna pan to this position. We're gonna pan directly to the rook, and then the rook is gonna speak. So it's gonna say, I don't know if this is proper English, but say the purpose of your visit. I'm not sure, but let's start with that. And then after that happens, we're gonna move the camera to the other knight. And I don't know why it has a number 4 there, but it has a number 4. And we're gonna make another dialogue on the other knight. It says like, the queen sent us for the traitor. And then we're gonna do one more camera, and maybe it's gonna be number 6. What do you say? Boom, number 6. This is not bug, this is a feature. And this is the zoom of the camera that we're applying. So let's start with 1.0, like with 1. Let's do the whole panic with 1. Or wait, no. I have an idea. Let's add another camera. This one. I need to really work on this system because I'm realizing it's very, very uncomfortable. So this camera that comes and stays in the rook, we're gonna let it be a 1.0. But here we're gonna zoom in a 1.2. This camera will remain at 1.2. And then this one will just 1.0. And then that will be one more dialogue. And I'm not sure if I want to make the rook or one of the pawns. Maybe one of the pawns is just very lousy. And he will say, there is only one queen. Or maybe your queen is a traitor. And then this is when the battle will start. We can save the story. And I'm not sure we're gonna test this. If I can actually test this dungeon. All right. All right. What do you think of that? Boom, boom, boom. Let's go for it. Oh, and it's also my turn, true, because I don't have the AI enabled here. All right, I think this is a good start. Maybe we can actually come back a little bit. Oh no, directly to the menu. This needs to be fixed as well. Let's edit this thing. Let's go to the story. And what I really didn't like was the speed in which this thing was actually moving. So let's do 3 seconds for the panning. 1 second for this is fine. And then the other ones are gonna be snappy. So if we test this again, so know what I want. Let's go back to the editor. And now it's say like that. So, all right, wait. This is 0, 0. And this is 3 seconds. Okay, yeah, that's what we're talking about. And then this one is 1 second. Let's save the story. And let's test the dungeon again. That's it. That's what we want. All right. Let's leave it there for now. I'm happy with that result. What I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna hook the campaign mode, like the first thing that you saw, the one where it pans from the bottom and then it introduces the queen and the knight. And then after this dialogue happens, there's gonna be a transition to the new dungeon, which is gonna be essentially the level. So this is like only a cutscene, and then the level is the real thing that players will need to play. So I think that's about it. Thank you very much for watching this second video after 3 years. I promise. Well, I don't want to make promises. I will try. I will try to post more frequently. So if you give me a chance, I might surprise you with me posting more times here. Maybe next week, maybe this week. Who knows? Anyways, see ya.